Okay, we're back with Requiem again, and this time it's a bit of dramatics, I think, because people are starting to kind of question some concerning information that's come out fairly recently. It's been quite a hectic kind of week for Requiem, to be honest, and here's the next big thing. So this was information that was shown at the Nintendo Direct not long ago, and they showed a brief new look at Requiem and kind of promoted the new amiibos and stuff like that. But there was snippets of new footage, and there was one line that was said by Leon in the trailer that basically said, 6 survivors of Raccoon City all dead from the same thing. And people are kind of wondering, who are these people? Who's dead? Have they killed off characters, off screen? And it seems to be concerning some people. Now, obviously, we know that Alyssa is not part of this. Like, she didn't die to the disease. She was murdered. She was killed. So we can kind of cross her off the list. I very much doubt that the main survivors from the mainline entries of the game are on this list. So obviously Leon isn't dead. Claire, I doubt it. Ada, doubt it. Sherry, doubt it. Jill, doubt it. Carlos, doubt it, right? So I think those 6 people are fine. Unless Leon dies, obviously. That's the theory. But, that leaves the Outbreak cast of characters, and not including Alyssa, that gives us a bigger group of people. So not including, obviously, Alyssa Ashcroft, which we know is scrubbed off the list. We've got Kevin, Mark, George, Jim, David, Yoko, and Cindy. They're the kind of main characters in Outbreak. Again, survivors of Raccoon City. And people are kind of concerned with the fact that these characters may have been killed off screen. I don't think that's probably what's going on. I think from trailers you've seen of this game, people are kind of dying to something in some way or another, and they do seem to be kind of one-off characters. I don't think killing any character off screen is ever really a good idea in like anything really. On top of that, obviously, as you can tell from the trailers, there is missing posters, and there are police reports of people going missing. They mentioned it multiple times that they found another body that's died to the same kind of things as previous ones. So I genuinely think that these may be kind of random people that did manage to get out, right? Because I'm sure not every single person died, apart from like the Outbreak cast and the mainline cast. Clearly other people got out at some point, so I think that's what people seem to be missing with this whole panic that they've killed off a character people know. I'm very much kind of in the boat of they will just be random people, maybe one you may know, but that's a stretch. But yeah, it wasn't just the main cast of characters and the Outbreak characters that got out. I'm sure, your average Joe managed to get out before things went crazy, and maybe he's not well. Obviously we see in the trailers there's a police officer and an older gentleman like clearly turning or being attacked by something. So I do think that they're just going to be kind of throwaways, and it's just a list of bodies on our police report. This talk about Outbreak characters though has kind of stirred a different conversation. Now obviously we know that Ellis is in the game, and I'm going to go out on an assumption that the section with Alyssa in it, with a younger Grace in it, is going to be the opening of the game. It's going to be a tutorial, it's going to be here's the controls, here's some general messing around with the inventory, and then obviously that bit's going to end with her dying, right? That's my kind of idea, that this is the very start of the game. But even with the 6 people we know from Leon's voice line that are dead, what about the Outbreak characters? What about that group of people? Because clearly they're affected by it too, because they got out. So it makes you wonder, are we going to see any of those characters come back? And I think there's a potential. I think there's potential for literally anybody involved with Raccoon City to come back in this game. I'm still somewhat convinced that there's someone in this game we haven't seen yet. I don't think it's going to be as over the top as everyone's saying, where, oh my god, Ada's in the game, Jill's in the game. They're not going to overdo it, because at the end of the day, this is a game that's about Grace and Leon. So I don't think they're going to like clutter the game with all these different characters. But we could see mention of characters by name, maybe some foils. We could maybe get some DLC, perhaps where you play as previous Outbreak characters and maybe they're doing something at the same time of the main events of the game. You don't know. Maybe we'll get DLC where you play as a mainline character. Maybe there'll be a Jill DLC or an Ada DLC, but I don't think they're going to overdo it with the main story with characters. And obviously killing people off screen, maybe not the best move. Don't see it happening at all, personally. But, you know, I think I'm still kind of maybe not 100% on it, but I do think in some way or another with the Requiem we're going to see a character exit. You know, whether that's a death or whether that's a this character's now finished with type situation. I do think something is going to happen, and I'm still leaning towards it being Leon. I think, is it possible he's going to die? Yeah, any of them could die. Is it possible that this is the last game he's going to be in as a playable character? Also, probably, maybe, yeah. But I don't think they're going to have killed anybody off screen. I don't think that is, again, the best move for any kind of media to do, because it really kind of feels like they're kind of just, you know, shitting on that character by giving them like an off-screen death. I know the Outbreak characters, like, I like Outbreak. I like the story of Outbreak. The characters are also quite good. They're not the most popular characters ever, but I think that's purely down to the fact that not many people maybe have played Outbreak. And I do, you know, I want that to obviously not be the case. I do want people to experience those games because they are good and they do, again, flesh out the Raccoon City Outbreak. So I think maybe having them be in this game in some way or another would be good after the main story, personally. But yeah, I kind of just wanted to talk about the drama it's causing. I think a lot of people just immediately worry that their favourite character has been killed. Probably not. I think everyone's favourite character is probably safe from an off-screen death. I think the last time they tried to do this, it was it Jill Valentine in Resident Evil 5? And it was immediately obvious that just wasn't the case, because that game does such a bad job of hiding who the mysterious character is until her reveal. And I think that's kind of the point. Like, everyone's kind of like, that's Jill. And then obviously Chris is like, Jill's alive, and everyone's like, okay, so that's Jill then, is it? So they're never going to do that. I think they'd give some of, if not all of, the main cast a good send-off. So yeah, bottom line, your character that you love isn't dead. No one's been killed off screen, I hope. That would be a really dumb move if it was the case. We're not too long off release now, so just hang in a little bit longer and then all will be revealed, I'm sure. But yeah, that little bit of a trailer caused quite a stir on mainly Twitter of all places. It's always Twitter. Anyway, yeah, no one's dead off screen. Everyone chill. But thank you for watching. Leave your thoughts on the potential of characters coming back or dying or exiting the series in some way. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.